You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into high school preview number 10. This one with Coach Henson at Blue Ridge. What's going on, Coach?
Oh, man, doing outstanding. How about you?
Doing outstanding as well. I'm pumped to get you back for year two on the high school preview show and kind of jump in here. Talk about last year's team, kind of things you learned as well as experiences you had.
I tell you, we had an outstanding season last year. Got off to a good start, play a tough schedule. We challenged ourselves, try to play some good opponents, and thankfully, there's a lot of good opponents in the upstate of South Carolina to play. We got in that Steve Sanders tournament, which consists of 16 teams in the upper state, and half of them were 4A, 5A teams. And we ended up being able to win that tournament. We got to face Burns and Borden Springs and Woodruff, some really good programs. And so that kind of spurred us on early. And then a tough non-region schedule got us rolling. And, we ended up 17-4 in the regular season, 4 one-run losses. Those losses were to Riverside 1-0, Borden Springs 2-1. Daniel 3-2 in a ball game that we led, all the way up to 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. So we had some good experience, and then of course in the playoffs, they ended up losing in the district finals to a great Seneca team. And we returned all but 4 guys. We had 4 seniors who graduated from last year. All 4 now were very good ball players for us. All 4 played pivotal roles for us. They were outstanding leaders. So we're going to miss those 4 dearly. But when it comes down to the quantity of people we're returning, probably, Drew, as many as I've ever had. And not just that, but we've got guys that are experienced guys, having won 20 games last year, having played for the district championship. Of course, last year in the region, we went 8-0, outscored our opponents 69-10. And it's a tough region. Chapman, at the time, was ranked number 1 in the state going through the season last year. Broome, one of the top teams in the state as well, with good pitching and great coaching. Travis Rest, a very good program. So tough region. And but our guys had a lot of good success. And the main thing is we return our pitching. And if our pitching had been healthy last year, I think we might have been even better down the stretch. But right now, knock on wood, we look good going into the season as far as our arms. We've got, 5 all-region players that are returning, including the co-region players of the year, Cade Norton at catcher, A.J. Camarota at pitcher and first base and DH. Both of those guys are co-region players of the year. But we also returned some other all-region players from last season, Brady Smouse, Gabriel King, Alex Canary. All those guys are all-region returners as well. And, of course, Cade and A.J. were also all-state players. So these guys have experience. It's sound experience. It's quality experience against good teams. And, of course, yesterday we had, the signing date. Cade Norton signed with Mercer, a catcher. A.J. Camarota made a commitment to Georgia Southern. Hasn't signed yet, but he made that commitment announcement yesterday. Mason Tompkins signed with Winthrop. So those 3 guys already signed. And listen, there's some others in this senior class that have an opportunity to do that. We've got 9 seniors, which is pretty incredible. In fact, 15 juniors and seniors. And that's probably the most upperclassmen I've had in a very, very long time. So, we've got experience, and so we're looking forward to a great season. And, again, we're playing a great schedule.
Yeah, no doubt. I was able to catch you guys many times last year. Always a good bunch to watch. And you kind of alluded, you got a lot coming back here. What about those top returners coming back that, again, are going to make an impact on this team?
Oh, I tell you, we've got, in that senior class, we've got several guys. I mentioned those guys that have signed, but Alex Canary being a guy that was all-region last year, Canary started for us at first base when Camarota pitched. He started at third base when King pitched. He started in left field when anyone else pitched. And sometimes he was a DH. So he was very versatile. And he also was a closer last year. And he had 7 saves. He was 7 for 7 in save opportunities. Did an incredible job for us there as a closer. And we got some guys coming into our program. Our JV team has been strong as well. And to be honest with you, Drew, a middle school team won the county championship. And we've got 13 freshmen in that program. Not many that may not be able to be at the varsity level yet, but that's going to be really strong for us now that we're graduating 9 this coming year. Those guys will be strong for us. Gabriel King is a junior for us that was all-region last year as our number 2 arm throughout the season. He was injured for the playoffs and missed the playoffs, so I hate that. And but he's going to be a big key for us. Brady Smouse had an outstanding season for us his sophomore year. He started every game for us at shortstop, improved exponentially every game. And by the end of the season, in the playoffs, third round against Powdersville at home, and Powdersville is a very good baseball team. He had 7 putouts, 5 assists, hit a home run, and had 3 hits in that ball game. And so that was kind of his maturity level, playing shortstop for us. So Smouse, we're expecting him to have a big season as well. And Hunter Teams is coming up from a JV program. He's going to be an outfielder that's going to replace Brody Fowler for us out there in the outfield that graduated. And so we are excited about the new pieces that are in too. And again, these guys have, through the fall season, been able to work together. At this very moment, they're in the weight room working out right now, and we could have had them in the background if I'd been able to hear the questions and them working out at the same time. Our strength coach, Zach McCarthy, does a great job with them. Those fellas are in there right now. We've got 30 guys in the weight room right now working out. So these guys are hungry, and they got to really want it to be successful too. I think for us, the big key is not only stay hungry, but stay healthy. And if we can do those 2 things, we've got an opportunity to compete at a high level. And we're going to need to be. Drew, our schedule is challenging. We're blessed with the opportunity to compete in the IP Classic this year. So that's going to be outstanding. We're still in the Steve Sanders preseason tournament. So we'll play there against Burns and Borden Springs. We're in the Burns bracket, and those programs are outstanding. Then that very next weekend, we go to the IP Classic. That'll be Somerville, Berkeley, Georgetown, Clover, Hanna, and Lawrence. We're actually the only I think us and Georgetown are 2 3A teams. Everybody else is 4A and 5A. So we're looking forward to being in that environment. I've always heard that is one of the premier tournaments to be in, not just in South Carolina, but in the Southeast United States. And so we are honored to be a part of that. And so by the time we finish the Steve Sanders tournament and the IP Classic, after those 8 ball games, I think we'll have a pretty good, experience and know about where we stand. And then in the regular season, we've got a challenging schedule there too. We're going to play defending state champion Clinton in the non-region, so that's exciting. We also play Wade Hampton and West Side. Those are 2 4A programs, so we got those guys in the schedule. And of course, our region, Chapman, Broome, and Travelers Rest will all be extremely challenging. The coach Sheeta does a great job in Carolina. So when you look at the schedule, man, we're going to have to be very, very good every time out just to have a chance to win, much less actually get it done.
Coach, obviously you got the loaded schedule there, and you got the talent coming back. What are the expectations with all of those pieces together?
For us, we expect a lot of ourselves. I mean, our thing is we're not afraid of expectation. Listen, what's the alternative? Is for nobody to expect you to do anything. Yeah. I mean, expectation just comes from past performance, and these guys have earned it. I mean, they've shown up and played and competed. If I were to be honest with you, I think last season – we gelled early. We got going early, and listen, had to overcome some significant injuries. I mean, Mason Tompkins was out all season, didn't throw one inning throughout the regular season all year, and going into it, he looked like he might be our ace pitcher. But AJ stepped up tremendously. Cade Norton had an incredible season, had 11 home runs for us, and with him hitting like that, he's an outstanding defensive catcher. And then some young guys, Gabe King. Was our number 2 all year. He was a guy that had not thrown many varsity innings at all, and he was our number 2 region starter. And every time out, the reason why he was voted all region is the reason we went 8-0 in the region. We had to have 2 great region starters, and so Gabriel Keene stepped up. Brady Smouse, I mentioned at shortstop, he stepped up. So these guys grew up early, and then from there we won a lot of close ball games. I mean, I said we're 17-4, and our 4 losses were 1 run each. But listen, Drew, we also had a lot of close wins. We had some games that we won in walk-off fashion. We had some tough extra inning ball games where we were just able to pull them out. And I think it's not going to be any different this year. I think at the end, you're going to look at our record, and we're probably going to be in about every ball game. We're going to have a chance to win it. But also, it's going to come down to making that one pitch, making that one play, that one good at bat, and being clutch on the field and at the plate and on the mound. But I'm excited about it because it is good to be in that position. We like the expectation that goes with that. We love the challenge with it. And our biggest thing, if you want to know our theme for the season, motto is always stay hungry. That's win or lose, you've got to still want it. But it's about details. I think for us, it's going to come down to details. And, if you look at those Major League playoffs, great baseball teams, obviously top players, but Drew, it came down to details. I mean, touching second base on a tag on a ball that's hit the left field and touching as you're coming back. It came down to the location of the pitch. It came down to, just little things. And I think it's not going to be different for us in high school season. And playing a challenging schedule, listen, we've got good players. Everybody who plays has good players. everybody we coach is going to have better coaches, okay? They're going to be better coaches than we are. I'm going to give my best and do well, but listen, I know we got great coaches in this upstate, and they're doing a phenomenal job, but it's going to come down to little things. So our biggest thing is study the game, prepare yourself, prepare each other, and really it's going to come down to little things, and I think that's going to be our focus all year.
Yeah, no doubt. The small things are what, when you have that talented team, those small things are what really win you ball games. If you can make those small plays and those innings that really nobody looks at.
There's no doubt. Look, coaching in the years I have been experienced and blessed to have some good players. And listen, we won state championships at Landrum, and one of them that we lost on a block third strike that we looked a runner back to third, but we didn't pump fake it. Instead, we just looked him back, threw it to first. That runner still came home, and on the transfer, the throw had to be perfect. It was offline just a little bit, and guy safe, and he was a great athlete. Ronald Sampson, one of the best athletes around, and out of Lakeview High School. And that was the difference in game 3 of the state championship, was a block third strike, and us not being able to fully execute it. Just a little thing. Coach at the college level. We won a national championship in 11 innings, but we also lost it on a thrown away block third strike, where the ball was thrown away, and the guy reached, they bunted him over, and he scored on a 2-out C&I single, and that beat us. So little things, either way. And so I know all about it, and our guys do too. Last season, no different. I mentioned the games that we lost. We won ball games, won a lot of close ones. So you're right. It's going to be details.
Coach, this is probably my favorite high school preview of the year with you guys. Obviously, love watching you guys, and I can't wait to get back out and see you guys this coming spring. And we really appreciate you being on the show.
Oh, listen, man, we appreciate, again, all you guys do, the publicity provide. Our guys in the weight room right now, and I told them, I said, look, I'm going to do a quick preseason interview. And listen, it sparks those guys. They know that you guys publicize them and that you care about high school baseball, and you do a phenomenal job of shedding light onto it. If I were to be very honest with you, I love reading the reports about other teams and about other players. Look, I love baseball. And you can ask me who I think the top players are in the state. Well, I follow the game and follow what you guys do, and really appreciate the publicity you provide. And we are excited about it. Listen, we're excited to be in the region we're in against good teams, play the schedule that we are, have the opportunity to play in these tournaments. It's a great opportunity. High school baseball in South Carolina. Hey, look, World Series, watching Christian Walker at the plate, who played for the University of South Carolina. And the pitcher, Jordan Montgomery, who played high school baseball at Sumter and won a state championship, and also for University of South Carolina. Hey, that's all you need to know about baseball in the state of South Carolina, right? Watching the World Series, and the guy from each team is from played ball in the state of South Carolina.
As we say it, we call it little old South Carolina showing up and showing out. It's awesome baseball, Coach. We wish you the best, and we appreciate it once again.
Hey, man, thank you again for the opportunity. Look forward to playing ball in the spring.
Yes, sir.